Okay, now I'm going to apply about 2 milliliters of epoxy and cover the entire cup. You only want to use a very small amount to get a super thin layer on the cup, or else your glitter will clump and just get nasty. So I'm going to cover the entire cup. Once again, I'm only using about 2 milliliters to cover the whole thing. And I am going to start at the bottom with my chunky glitter. The glitter that I'm using is Arabian Night by Glitter Guy. I start at the very bottom, the base of the cup, and then I go around the bottom rim. I do this, I shake as much as I can out to get a decent amount of coverage. After this, I'm going to hold my cup at an angle and lightly shake it so that it falls just about to where my light colored pink spray paint starts. I don't want to go beyond that. Like I said, I'm using the spray paint as a guide. Then I go back in and try to get as much coverage as I can with the chunky. If there's still some spots that don't have glitter, that's totally fine. Now I'm going in with my extra fine glitter, which is Silver Rose Gold, also by the Glitter Guy. I start at the rim, and with this one you want to get as much coverage as possible, so I pour it on pretty heavy. Once I get the rim covered, I also hold it at an angle and then let it fall. And with the extra fine glitter, it's not only going to cover your light area where the light spray paint is, but it's also going to fall into the spaces of the chunky that do not have any glitter, and that's what's going to create your super blended ombre effect. And that's what you want. You don't want there to be any harsh lines. You don't want to be able to see a line where one color starts and one color ends. And this works with any colors. They don't have to be super matchy like these two. The customer requested pinks, so these are the two that I chose. And I'll also show a photo of one that I made this with the same technique, but the top color is much lighter than the bottom color, so you can really see the difference. I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer of the glitter. You wanna get as much coverage as you can so that you don't see any of the epoxy lines. I don't know if you could see them right now. I can. So you wanna cover it as good as possible. And then I let mine dry for about an hour, and then I go and seal it with the clear coat spray, which is what the next step is. I am now using about 30 milliliters of epoxy to try and get a nice smooth first coat after glitter. Glitter soaks up epoxy pretty quickly, so you want to use a nice thick coat. And while this dries, I will prepare my decal. I'm going to be using Craftable's iridescent vinyl and also their white permanent adhesive vinyl. I am only adding the recipient's name, and the iridescent vinyl is basically a color shift depending on the angle you are holding it at. This one changes from a pink to, I'd say, a bluish purple. It blends so well with the glitter, so I decided to add a white shadow to make sure that it stands out and it's legible. Once I get the decal on the cup and it is adhered properly and I'm happy with the placement, I am going to go ahead and add what is hopefully our final layer of epoxy. Then we will be all done after it is fully cured. we are all done. I used the iridescent vinyl on both of these tumblers and I am obsessed with how they came out. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Thank you so much for watching.